10 things you didn't know about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is one of the most successful singer-songwriters on the planet, and for good reason. Swift has incredible talent, charm, and charisma that have helped her stay on top of the industry for so long. Her songs are all over the top 10 charts. But who is she? Taylor Allison Swift was born on December 13, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania. She was named after singer-songwriter James Taylor. At the age of 9, she became interested in musical theater and began performing at Berks Youth Theater Academy. Swift was inspired by Shania Twain's songs. Her weekends were spent performing at local festivals and events to get her name out there. A documentary about Faith Hill made her certain she wanted to move to Nashville to pursue a career in music. Even though she was rejected by Nashville record labels, her parents were still supportive of her dreams and aspirations. At age 16 in 2006, Taylor would explode onto the country music scene with her self-titled debut album that she wrote in her freshman year. In 2009, her album, Fearless, won Album of the Year at the Grammy Awards, making her the youngest winner in history. She is the first and only person to release 4 albums that all sold 1 million copies the first week. Her albums, Fearless and 1989, make her only the second woman to have more than one album reach more than 10 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard 200. With all that, you may think she's not all that down to earth. In reality, she's a lot like everyone else, just more famous. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of future videos. Thanks, and here we go with number 1. As promised, we have 10 things you didn't know about Taylor Swift coming up. Do you know everything about Taylor already? Find out right now. Number 1. She grew up on a Christmas tree farm. She grew up on her parents' 15-acre Christmas tree farm in beautiful Pennsylvania. She loved growing up on this farm and described it as a magical place to live. Who wouldn't want to live on a Christmas tree farm? They would always have the best Christmas tree in the neighborhood. However, her parents would have to sell the farm when they moved to Nashville. It inspired her song The Making of a Christmas Tree Farm in 2019. It's safe to say Christmas is her favorite time of the year. Number 2. Wrote her own monologue on Saturday Night Live. She became the first guest on SNL to write her own opening monologue. This is unheard of on SNL. Her opening song was entitled La La La, and it was a huge hit on the show. She subtly, or not so subtly, hinted to Kanye West and how he ruined her VMA monologue. The audience loved it, and since she spun it in a positive way, she got a ton of new fans. Number 3. She was a gifted student. During her childhood, she would tell her friends she wanted to be a financial advisor. In high school, she would have a perfect 4.0 GPA. She was homeschooled both her junior and senior years and finished them in 12 months. Her parents were what inspired her to finish school early, as they were very strict on education and hard work since she was little. They may have been strict on her and her brother growing up, but it obviously paid off tenfold. Taylor has an incredible work ethic to this day, and her brother is an actor. Number 4. She has a younger brother named Austin. We're sure it's no easy task growing up in the shadow of your big sister, but when your sister is none other than Taylor Swift, well, there's a lot to live up to. Let's just say Austin is doing quite well for himself as he graduated from the University of Notre Dame in 2015. He studied film there and has quietly been carving out a career for himself in both television and movies. His roles have seen him be featured in several movies such as Light by Knife and We Summon the Darkness. Number 5. Her favorite TV show is Grey's Anatomy. This is by far her favorite show. She has an obsession with the show. Her obsession began when she heard her own song White Horse being played on the show. She named her cat Meredith after one of the characters on the show. She described it as one of the best moments of her life. Number 6. Look What You Made Me Do set a record on YouTube. Her music video, Look at What You Made Me Do surpassed Adele's Hello record for most views on YouTube in 24 hours. Swift's video captured 43.2 million views compared to Adele's 27.7 million views. As you can see, it doesn't take her long to make a statement with her music. Fans have enjoyed this video so much that it has a whopping 1.1 billion views as of today. 7. She once won a national poetry contest. You heard that right. Her poem titled Monster in My Closet won her a poetry contest in the 4th grade. While she didn't go into poetry, she has always had a way with words. It's no surprise she was talented enough to win this contest. Number 8. She wrote a 350-page novel at age 14. At this point, it seems like we're rubbing it in, but Taylor Swift has succeeded at everything she's put her mind to. Her novel, which isn't published, is titled A Girl Named Girl, which is about a mother who wants a son instead of a girl. Taylor, who writes all of her own songs, has always had a knack for writing. Much like her song Blank Space, Swift recommends that you keep writing even when the words aren't coming to you. That is the true creativity in her, by finding ways to overcome writer's block. Number 9. She has a 24/7 security team. It's a well-known fact that famous people tend to attract the wrong type of attention at times. Everyone from movie stars, athletes, pop singers, and everyone in between has had their share. This attention can come in the form of overly eager fans or crazy stalkers. Tyler seems to attract the latter. Tyler hired a security team to mainly protect herself from stalkers. Taylor has no less than 4 stalkers arrested who tried to get too close to her over the years. One such stalker was arrested in 2013 after he swam 2 miles in the ocean to get to her beach in Rhode Island. Number 10. She spends a lot of money on real estate. Swift's career has brought her a substantial amount of money. She has earned the right to spend it however she wants. She owns $81 million in real estate throughout the United States. She spent close to $18 million in cash on a 5-acre seaside property in Rhode Island in 2013. She bought 2 penthouse condos in Tribeca in 2014 from the Lord of the Rings director Peter Jackson. In 2018, she purchased a 3rd property on that same block. Swift definitely doesn't hold back when it comes to mansions and penthouses. Extra fact: Tyler writes all of her songs in 30 minutes or less. Tyler, who is a creative genius that is able to use life inspirations for many of her songs, unlike many singer-songwriters, she is able to draw up her inspiration into words quickly. She wrote Out of the Woods in 30 minutes. She came up with the melody, the verse, and chorus in 30 minutes and sent it to her producer, Jack Antonoff. They were both freaking out how good it turned out. We hope you have at least learned a few things with these facts here today. While we covered a lot of info, there is plenty more about Taylor Swift we'll have to save for another video. We can't help it, Taylor Swift leads such an interesting and fascinating life. While she is privy to many luxuries that only the rich and famous can afford, she is still a relatable person. Her music has inspired millions of fans, and she hasn't even hit her peak yet. Which number on the list was your favorite? Did you learn anything new, or are you already a Taylor Swift superfan? Thanks for watching.